watching the Ascended Master work. Thank you guys for all the likes, the shares, the comments. To the new subscribers, what up, though? Make sure you continue to tell a friend why, so we all can be friends. And to my old subscribers, you know, the ones that's been rocking with me since sliced bread, or however long you've been rocking with me, as long as you continue to rock with me, let's go ahead and slide into this message and see what it's giving. Because it's pretty much giving the truth and always giving the truth, the divine truth. So help me, God Almighty, the Most High, Allah, Source, the Creator, the highest of the high, ELOHYM. God Almighty, if I didn't say it, but I think I did. And my divine forces. Higher learning requires higher self. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. For those of you who has already risen. I know you see the message. Well, the title. It says, the company that you keep is a reflection of how you think. What do I mean by that? Just by looking at your friends, the shit that you surround yourself with, I could tell if you're weak-minded, strong-minded. Says a lot about your character. Says a lot about your surroundings. It says a lot about how you move. The things that you're into. The main message is your mind weak or is it strong? The company you keep dictates that. Whether you believe it or not. If you're going through sadness and depression, but you ain't got nobody who is strong enough, wise enough, or whatever they need to help you in your time of need or get through that mentally, is that good company? That's what I mean by that. Then if you got friends that like to engage in the stupid shit, is that good company? It's not. So when you come to a person of my caliber, and what I mean by my caliber is people who are high vibe. We don't look down on nobody. That's how you feel. Because you feel guilty. You feel embarrassed, ashamed. Whatever feeling that you feel. That's why. I look at people and I look at, let's say Sarah bring time and John, right? I pay attention to everything everybody does. If John is out here being rude to the waitress for no fucking reason, I look at Sarah. I don't look at Sarah to be like, oh, like what the fuck going on? No, I look at Sarah. And what I mean by I look at Sarah, like, this is the motherfucker that you fuck with. This is who you fuck with. So you think that shit's cool. Real friends should be able to say, hey, you don't do shit like that. Check them. Meanwhile, Sarah over here laughing. This is why I tell you to be high vibe. Because Sarah could act like she's highly intelligent with you, but then get around Tom and John and act dumb as shit or do fuck shit. This is a side of Sarah that you never met. This is why you do not deal with fraud or fake people. People that put on masks. I'm the same motherfucker with everybody. The same motherfucker. I do not have a personality disorder. Sarah would have a personality. Like, this is how I break people down. Like, this is how I view shit. It's not to be mean or rude. It better protects me. It helps me out in the long run. When I look down the line, where I put a person, it always be right. So once you get in the habit of seeing where you put people because of what they show you, not what I think of them, I allow people to show me who they are. I put 2 and 2 together and put you in a box that you put yourself in. I protect myself. Sarah would be a person that I draw back from. Meanwhile, me and Sarah could have been cool for 20 years. Just making this up. 20 years. And they'll say people that are low vibe because they're agreeing with Sarah. Oh, you just gonna let friendship go away for 20 years? It's bigger than that. See, you scratching the surface. I don't agree with what John did. I think differently. I think that you should respect people. She didn't disrespect him. He just felt like, oh, he above her because she the waitress. Anything, y'all. This is just this is just an example. It's like things like this. The company you keep, it tells me everything I need to know about you as a person. That's why you see high vibe people by their fucking selves. Because high vibe people know better. Today is a day that you look at the company that you fucking keep. This is a message that comes from God Almighty. You better start assessing the company that you keep, because God Almighty is about to send something down. And if you've been rocking with me since sliced bread, I tell you, when God Almighty coming through to swing that belt, you do not want to be attached to nobody who gets swung on. So this is something that you really need to take heed of. Take heed. I'm not playing like y'all hear me laughing. I'm fucking with Archangel Michael because this is what we do. Twin, where have you been? Nobody. Okay, look, I do apologize, y'all. We be vibing. We be vibing. In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Like, here we stop, man. Look, for real, we got to put the message out because if God Almighty get on me, I'm going to fuck you up. You heard that car go by real loud. A quiet car could have came. Exactly. It's chill. Calm, cool, collected. Back centered. Anywho, the company that you keep. Let's say you only got 10 friends. You need to write all 10 of their names down on a piece of paper. You need to start looking at the pros and the cons of the friends that you motherfucking have. You need to look at, and when I mean pros and cons, I'm not talking about what they could do for you. The pros and cons. Do you vibrate high with this person? Do you bump heads? Are you always arguing? If you was to get put in the hospital today, would this person be by your side? These are questions, the type of questions that I'm telling you to ask yourself when you're going through the pros and cons. Pretty sure you're going to have more cons than you have pros. That's confirmation. Because I feel like when you see it on paper, I don't know, it does something to you. To see it on paper. Because you've been witnessing it. But to see it on paper is different. Especially with your energy and your fucking handwriting. Get rid of them people. Because little do you know, a rapture is getting ready to come. Y'all keep thinking I'm playing. Everybody that is not on God Almighty's side has a doomsday. Doom, doom, doom. I'm telling you. You better start assessing the people that you're chilling with, drinking with, smoking with, reading with. Some of y'all not even reading. Y'all don't even got reading buddies. Everybody on this earthly plane should have one reading buddy. And what I mean by reading buddy, that's not where you read together, like actually be where you can, but I'm talking about somebody who you piggyback books off. You can trade off books and then y'all can sit up and talk about what took place in that book. You're going to get different responses because neither one of y'all are the same. So you can look at the book from a different angle, or let me say it for the people to get it from their point of view. Understanding a book from somebody else's point of view. A lot of y'all will say, why would I do that? And I read the book. Because somebody's brain could have saw something or picked up on something that you didn't. Same thing with you and vice versa. Now, if you want to have more than one, the more the merrier. That means you're going to have a plethora of different views of how people read their book. Then you might have some people that share common grounds with you. That you see, hey, we think similar. But in order for you to really find out who the fuck your friends are, remember, you got to be connected to God Almighty and be your authentic self. But you need to do process of elimination. You need to do highly intelligent things that stimulate your mind. Things like that. Because if you really want to know how a person thinks, You need to do shit that stimulates the mind, or things that's dealing with that involves a thinking process. The process of thinking, like the process of making the brain be active, if that makes sense. My words is not good, y'all, and I do apologize. It don't make no excuse. I mean, yeah, like you, I mean, it's still an excuse, but no excuses. Anywho, that process of elimination will help you. I do things like this. Let's say I got a group of friends, right, and I get a book, and I'm like, hey, everybody read this book. And then when it's time to chime in, because I ask questions, I pay attention to the person who can't answer no damn questions. You somebody that I'm not going, you're somebody, yeah, like, you're somebody that I'm not going to fuck with. I'm in a reading, you're not. You find things with people that have common ground. When you don't find people that have common ground, because people tell you opposites attract, that's with certain shit. With the company that you keep, these are the people that's going to build with you. Not only build with you, they're going to grow with you as well. A person that don't have common ground with you is not going to go in the places that you're going. They're going in the opposite direction. You want people that's going to walk the same path as you. Now, they'll never walk your path, but you know what I mean by that. Doing things that actually raise your vibration or ascend you tells you a lot. It brings out the truth. It shows you who to keep and who the fuck to throw away. The company that you keep when it comes to high vibration beings shows me how you think. The things that you're into. I posted on Facebook, that's why I'm here. I said, I'm glad I don't have people that tag me in bullshit, like drama, beef, bitches arguing, going back and forth, niggas beefing and shit, arguing, fighting. I'm glad I don't have people that see that and then think to tag my name on that bullshit. Motherfuckers know I'm not into that. But the company that I keep, not into that either. See, when you keep people, because based off of whatever, 20 years of investments, I done known this, it's when you fuck yourself up. Because listen, I'm going to show you something. Had I kept a person like that, then that bullshit will be on my timeline. It'll be somewhere in my environment or somewhere around me for me to see it. Shit that I don't engage in. Fuck with people that have common ground. Not that opposite attract shit. When it's talking about opposite, it's not in a way where it's negative. See, when you get, because people say, well, you need somebody that's, no, you don't. That's a negative way. This person is pulling in the left direction, you going in the right. It's always going to be tug of war. You're never going to see eye to eye. You're going to want to go in one direction. They going to want to go in the other. It don't matter what it is. It could be a business deal. You say, hey, let's invest this way. They're going to say, no, let's invest this way. They don't have common grounds with you. And then most people who think like that on the negative side, they'll never see your vision. They'll never see it. And in fact, they'll never listen to listen. They're always going to listen to respond. Those type of people that pull in the opposite direction of you. It's a conflict of interest. If I got somebody who like to watch bullshit like that Zeus Network shit, all that ghetto shit, that basketball, all that shit, and they posting that shit all on my timeline, you gotta go. Because I'm not into that, and I don't want that shit on my timeline. But you don't know, I don't give a fuck. That person could have bought me a brand new car. You guys to go. I'm not obligated to do shit. Just because you bought me a car, if you really bought me a car, then you bought it for me. So therefore, you on the other hand, this person just bought me a car, but I don't like this shit, but I'm put up with it because they bought me a car. You can take your motherfucking car back. You're not going to compromise my integrity, my morals, the things that I value. Because then it's a hindrance, and then you're putting me outside the covenant with God Almighty, because God Almighty didn't create me like this. God Almighty created me as an individual to be my own motherfucking self and to stand up for self. So if you think I'm going to allow a material That's a lust, a desire. It's not something that I need to survive. But me sticking to my guns, I need that to survive. It's a different type of energy in me when I keep that power within me instead of giving other people my power. My power stays with me. The shit that you surround yourself with also tells me how you think. If you surrounding yourself with people that's sad, depressed, that don't got no high vibe, that ain't pushing you to do better, always being content. These people can have a nice job, nice car, but they still ain't ascended, meaning they just content. Even them is bad. You would think they good. Well, they got this and that. Even that is bad. God Almighty created us to be nomad energy. That means to move around. You are not supposed to be stuck in one area. If you stuck in one area too long, this is how you know God Almighty didn't design it for you to stay stuck. Bad shit start happening. Havoc. Too much of where you at. You can absorb too much negativity because you were only supposed to be there for a season or a short term to collect whatever energy. You overstayed your motherfucking welcome. You surpassed the time that you were supposed to be there. So now all you're going to see or be surrounded by is negativity. You're going to find yourself doing good or you want to do something, but you always be surrounded by people who dislike what you're doing or always want to throw shade. Yeah, a lot of y'all about to feel it on your spirit like, damn, she talking to me. I've been wanting to move. Yep. Relocation at its finest. Everybody getting ready to get relocated, whether you like it or not. Some of your friends are already moved out of another state, or you feel me? I'm not talking about a different city. I'm talking about out of a different state. Because one thing about it, when you move to a different state, and I'm not talking, because you're going to see people try to move now. That's fake. I'm talking about when God Almighty make you move. That's because your state of mind changed. The state where you at, spiritually meaning your mind done already got the development that it needed. It's time for you to go to a different state. You ascended your state of mind. There's nothing left in that state for you to absorb but negative energy. And what I mean by that is to see how people really don't fuck with you. That's why when you gravitate and go out, strangers is who accept you and hold you in high regards. The haters will say, oh, that's because they don't really know the real you. They do know the real you because you've been authentic. They were hating on the real you. So they was trying to create a you by getting you to break your integrity, your morals, or put whatever energy on you. The things that you're into, the company that you keep, your surroundings, all of that tells me how you think. And I add all that shit up. And it's only two categories. Either you're weak-minded or you're strong-minded. But one thing that motherfuckers forget is that only the strong will survive. So if you weak-minded, you're not going to survive. You can tell yourself that you will. But statistically, you're not. It's time for you to look around and see who are your friends. Friends, I'm gonna fuck with you now. How many of us have them? Friends, hey, the ones you can depend on. Friends, hey, and I'm talking about real friends, not the ones that you got now and you think that's your friend until you see the shit that they've been doing behind your back. A friend is not what the fuck you do when you in front of me. It's what the fuck is how you carry and think of me when I'm not around. Real friends be the same, whether you're there or not. A lot of y'all don't got real friends. The company that you keep dictates the way that you think. Surround yourself with people that have common interests as you. Surround yourself with people and don't think that you're not going to grow or thrive. See, you don't do this, so you can't tell me that what I'm telling you not going to work. I'm about to tell you how you're going to thrive. By you getting somebody that read books, right? Because I used that example. Y'all, the common ground is that you read books. That person could say, hey, I don't think Tom was a bad character because these people did that and you didn't see it that way. Meanwhile, you thought Tom was a bad character. It's just something to stimulate your mind and to get you to see shit from points of views, from like different angles, but with shit that you like, or shit that's the shit like when you like something, your like your attention span is more greater. You're more dominant to pay attention to it. It pulls you in. It's magnetic. Then to know that this person reading, you read, and then they giving you knowledge. They showing you to look at something from a different angle, from a different point of view. So you're no longer looking at shit from your one point of view. You got a friend that got common interests, so you can now look at something from your point of view and how they look at it. The more the merrier, like the fuck I said, right? And they tell you opposites attract to a certain extent with certain shit, but not when it comes to the company that you keep. You don't want the opposite of you. People tell you the opposite of you, you gonna grow. You fucking with people that's the opposite of you, and you declining. You loyal. Your friend, you find out your friend disloyal, the opposite of you. You declining. You're not ascending. You can get somebody that may not like to go play soccer, but they're loyal, right? You get people that fits your bill. I'm loyal. So I'm not chilling with nobody that's disloyal. And when I say that, people be looking at it like, oh, what you mean by that? Oh, you cheating? You cheating? That's being disloyal. That's why I hang by my fucking self. You don't know if Tom's cheating. You don't know what you call it. This is why the universe feed me the people that I need. Liars can't come to me because I don't fuck with liars. I like people to tell me the truth. The truth don't hurt me. The lie don't hurt me. It makes me disappointed. And when I become disappointed in you, I'm disgusted, basically. I don't want to fuck with you. When people fuck up, I say, oh, you fucked up. But disappointment, that's a different type of energy for me. To be disappointed in somebody, that means I had high hopes for you and you failed. You want a second chance, you take that shit with other people. I don't give second chances here. You get one fucking time. But the reason why I give people one time is because I believe what the fuck you show me. I don't repaint no picture. Me repainting the picture is giving you a second chance to me. My mindset is different. I got a strong mind. That's why the industry won't allow me to be in their shit. They can't invite me to the fucking parties. I'm not a person that can be easily manipulated, so they wouldn't be like, hey, you gonna go to Diddy party? No. They know I'm gonna break shitty and fuck around and cause a domino effect and make other motherfuckers want to get the fuck out. They prey on the weak. Weak-minded people. They can tell that you weak-minded by the company that you keep. They can tell that you weak-minded by the things that you into. They can tell that you weak-minded by the shit that you surround yourself with. That's how they come and get your ass. Anybody that's demonic, the demons, the evil, the negative energy. They see what the fuck you pour into and try to use it as bait. It's basically like them putting what you like on a fishing pole, like a worm. The bait, the what? The fish. You the fish. This is why I tell you HVBs and divine beings, don't be emotionally attached to nothing. Don't be materialistic. Don't be none of this shit. Because this is how the devil try to comes in and tempt you. See, this is why the devil is scared of me. Because I'm not easily tempted. You can't move me, bitch. You can't come to me and say, hey, I got all this money. What you gonna do for it? You heard me say with the car, you can take that shit back. I'm not losing my morals, my integrity, my dignity. That's my energy, baby. It's deeper than what you think. That's my fucking energy. Once I give that away, that means I'm powerless. I don't have no control over me. And oh no. What's your greatest fear? I have a lot of fears. To be like anybody other than myself. Don't wake me up to not having control over self. Ooh. Those are fears that I won't ever fear. Contradictive it might sound, but I won't. I'm going to be me every day, all day. Anytime I rise, anytime I rest. That's what the fuck I'm going to be. Ain't nobody gonna fucking control me. If you got the energy that you want to control me, I'm gonna sense and smell that bitch before you even think about wanting to control me. And guess what the fuck gonna happen? You getting the fuck up out of here. I don't play that shit. People that want to control you is Satan. If you got the energy to want to control somebody, something is really wrong with you. People that want to control others don't have control over themselves. That's why they want to control you. A person that has control over themselves don't want to control you. Why? Because they logically and common sense know you can only control yourself. That's some mental patient behavior. If you seeing people that want to control somebody, you need to let them fuck go. The company that you keep. So if I see you fucking with somebody or having a friend that like to control people, I feel like you are either two things. Either you a fucking slave or a victim to this shit, whichever which way. Or you too like that. You do people like that. It's just like you hanging out with pedophiles. Oh, that says a lot. Now that one right there really gonna make y'all see what the fuck I'm talking about. That'll make you really look at a person like, what the fuck? Now you like, look at Nicki Minaj. We just gonna use her because everybody know her. Like, come on. Look at P. Diddy. Like, these people are, like, you're chilling with these people. That tells me that you don't think about much. I mean, you don't think about shit. You think the same way these people think, or you think it's okay. You turn a blind eye, you think it's okay. You think that is right. Where the morals, where the integrity at? You feel me? Where the righteousness at? All I see is wrongful doing. Weak-minded thinking. It's about to be a lot of high vibe people here. A lot of y'all gonna feel like you're less and small. And if you feel like that, that's because you fucking is. When a giant approach another giant, the giant don't feel small. Pretty sure it's the ants. Remember that when a god approach a god, or a god approach a goddess, or a goddess approach a goddess, or a goddess approach a god, it don't matter. That's a giant approaching a giant. That small fry shit, that's demonic shit. That giant shit, that comes from God Almighty. Big energy. Everything on us big. Big heart. Yeah, everything on us big. Everything. Y'all better start looking at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Because God Almighty is sending a rapture in, and I'm telling you, a lot of y'all not prepared. I keep telling y'all not prepared. If somebody give you a test and you're not prepared, you know you're going to fail. And let's say the test is in some shit that you ain't really had that long to think about or study or whatever. Fail. Some people might get lucky and pass, but we ain't talking like that. You must prepare yourself. Can't prepare yourself for an ass whooping that you don't see coming. Because you ain't got no senses. You ain't got no intuition. You ain't got none of that. This is the energy of clumsy ass nigga slip and fall into a death trap. This is what y'all about to fall into. Something gonna have you gripped tight or locked in, and it's negative energy. All these demons that these people were playing with and fucking with, they coming to collect. I'm telling y'all. I got confirmation today, yesterday. A white cat went one direction and a possum went in the opposite. All demons are being cast out that was sent from some negative person through jealousy, animosity, whatever the fuck, and they're all coming back. I did a above, right? That's in the dimensions, like the realms, Akasha, right? The below I just did. So remember when I told y'all about the karmic debt, how everything, how 3D is catching up with the 5D. My 5D, I did that. It caught up in the 3D because I just did it yesterday. So that's confirmation for everybody that's a god or a goddess, a real one, the pure one, the ones that's of divinity. The one that's of divinity that come from God Almighty. Any evil or negative energy, any demon, any monitoring spirit, anything that was sent, even though it didn't touch you, it's going back to sender. And it's coming back to them. Aggressive, like, oof. It's coming back bad. I'm telling y'all. Imagine somebody told you, hey, I got this person for you to go get. And you go there and you can't fuck with the person. You done drove all over. You done drove out. You done drove from fucking, I'm going to put that top. You done drove from fucking Maine all the way to motherfucking California. Just to go do something to somebody and get there and they tell you, and you know you can't do nothing to them. You got to turn back around. You going to cuss that motherfucker out. You gonna cuss, they ain't getting no gas money. Look, they said set it up. Archangel Michael Petty, they ain't getting no gas money. They ain't pay you for this. They basically sent you on a what? A dummy mission. Dummy mission. That'll have your motherfucking pots and pans rattling, huh? Make you want to pour hot grits on a motherfucker. Oh, somebody said hot grease. Oh yeah, they about to really light y'all ass up. They said grease. I said grits. Damn, that's 3rd degree. They really gonna scald y'all asses. They gonna scald y'all asses. Somebody they bringing it in here. Do 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 do. We're gonna make it hot like fire. Ooh. We make it hot like fire. Ooh. Hotter than a summer day in California. Ooh. Got me melting like a Sunday, and I want you. I know you've been waiting a long time for me. I've been waiting. Them demons gonna fuck y'all up. But if you wait a little while longer, this is how it's gonna be. No, we not waiting no longer. Cause they put you in a ring of fire. In a ring of fire. And it burns. In a ring of fire. Come through, Johnny Cash. Y'all wrote checks that your ass can't cash. So God Almighty gave you a reality check. Bars, and they ain't have to rhyme. Metaphors out the asshole. Just know that God Almighty gonna beat you another asshole. You shouldn't have been an asshole. Let them stop playing, y'all. See, Archangel Michael, y'all look blame. Look, they said, there you go. Nah, I ain't blaming Archangel Michael. That nigga can't make me do nothing. That's me being petty. Because I know somebody gonna be trying to get serious. Oh, you trying to blame much? Man, shut the fuck up before he motherfucking do 3 karate chops to the throat. It's like your brother and sister playing. Mind your business. You trying to be the outsider. We'll fuck around and jump your ass. That type. You see a brother and sister arguing, and you think you doing them a good justice. They turn around and beat your ass. Yeah, mind your business, nigga. Mind your business. Just back up. Just mind your business. That's all. But anywho, they keep playing Aaliyah. Because she was coming through, y'all. She had on that red outfit. I'm telling you, she was doing her hands like moving them back and forth. That's why I said come through. Fuck with Aaliyah. Let her sing it. You got me melting like a Sunday, and I want you. That demon wants you. Gonna make you melt like a Sunday. What is the irony of melting like a Sunday? The sun. Gonna tell you, I'm telling y'all. Pay a fucking attention. But you really need to pay attention to the people that you surrounding yourself with. Because if you are of God Almighty, but the people you fucking with is not, God Almighty gonna protect you in the midst of chaos. Granted. But it's a reason why I'm sitting here telling you what the fuck you need to release. Because in this time, God Almighty not gonna, you feel me, protect you in the midst of chaos, because God Almighty put it out for your energy to know, hey, I'm coming to fuck shit up. Your spirit should have felt that. Oh, I gotta get away from this person. A lot of y'all been feeling it. A lot of y'all been getting the urge to just cut certain people off. That's why. A lot of y'all been getting the urge to not fuck with people. That's what that is. And it's and I know some of y'all like, that's kind of crazy, because why am I? It's because God Almighty was already prepping you before I put the message out. It's everybody that come from God Almighty. It's if you know thyself to feel it, or to know when God Almighty is putting something on your spirit, your body, your mind, your soul, all of that. Basically, sum it up, putting it on your energy. And then you hear a motherfucker like me come through and speak on it. Most of the time, people like, man, yo, I was just doing this today or yesterday, just that crazy. Yeah. Because God Almighty placed something upon your spirit, and 10 times out of 10, when God Almighty placed something on your spirit, you like, damn, I feel this, but just give me a sign. That DMX said, Lord, give me a sign. And then a nigga like me, I'm your confirmation. Harmony is one of the universal laws. We are in alignment. It's not fake alignment. It's not a fraud. It's not nothing. That's God Almighty putting something on your spirit, mind, body, soul. And you saying, God Almighty, is this what you saying? Or you like, oh, I don't get it. Because what the message that I just gave you, if you didn't get it, I gave it to you detailed. And if you did get it, but you just needed to know if this is what you needed to do, bada bing, bada boom. Confirmation. A lot of y'all are going to feel like this or been feeling like this, because remember I told you, healing energy on me. A lot of y'all probably been seeing 11:11 like a motherfucker too. I'm telling you. When you roll with God Almighty, only God Almighty tell you the plans, baby. And from here on out, like I've been saying probably a couple of months ago, the only way you gonna know what the fuck going on is if you connected by God Almighty. Not a book, not nothing gonna tell you shit. Because it's God Almighty done switched up the tempo, switch it up. I'm gonna switch up the tempo. I'm gonna switch up the tempo. Now that the tempo is switched, niggas is looking, they like, oh, where these notes at? We don't got no, hold the fuck up, is this new? Yeah. And speaking of switch up the tempo, shout out to the motherland. Shout out to the motherland. What is the motherland? Africa. Because Africa is taking over the whole earth, man. Slowly but surely, Afro beats. Little different because the vibration and the frequency. This rap shit, dying. Rap shit is dying. Rap shit is dying. Lonely once the negative ends. And what I mean by negative end, that mean them, the end of them. They gon' be crying because all of them is dying. The frequency is different. The music gotta change. Vibrations and sounds. You gotta get music that come from the motherland to get those real vibrations. Even when you hear them people go, ee, or whatever the fuck they be doing. That's a frequency, that's a vibration that reeks divinity or royalty. Little did y'all know. Didn't I tell you everything going back to the original? Yeah, YT people gotta go back to the mountains because the sun gonna be so motherfucking hot, hot, hot. It's getting hot in here. Say what? So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. They're going to have to take their clothes off. So that means if they're going back as Neanderthals, well, call me John Brown. You know, just bend me over and spank me on my ass. Why don't you? That means we're going back to being the gods and goddesses. They had all the gold and all that shit. All the herb. You mean we're going back to that? And the motherfuckers know it. And the motherfuckers know it is nothing you can do, man. I just told you we're going back to the original. What's the original? You read about it. The original, slowly but surely. Look at the Russian man. Didn't they show you that Jesus was black? You're going back to the original. The original man. That means less lakes, the way that they meant. The man-made lakes are going to dry the fuck out, like me said, probably like a year or two. The dates don't matter. It's, bitch, I said it. And you're going to see man-made lakes, rivers, drying the fuck up. They can try to put more water there. God Almighty just gonna take that straw and... Because if you fill it up, took you a week to fill it up, took God Almighty 1.2 seconds to make it devour. Disappear that quick. That's work that these people putting in. Work that ain't go yet. Might as well sit down. You ain't got the manpower to do it. Then God Almighty is knocking down their infrastructure, knocking down their buildings, knocking down the shit that they built because they built it off of negative energy with bad intentions. So every certain shit that they built is getting destroyed. Shit that have or hold the negative energy is getting destroyed. It's getting removed. That's why you're going to see certain houses on certain properties. It could be like a big community, but only one section or one something get destroyed. It's because it's built on a faulty ass foundation. It was built on false intentions, negative energy, low vibration. And the way that God Almighty is coming through, earthquakes are going to be destroying shit. Anything. Tsunami coming where I'm telling you. I'm not God Almighty. I'm just a fucking messenger. Anything with negative energy got to go. I keep telling y'all. The original state is high vibe. If you think I'm capping, read about it. And what I mean read about it is you read about how we are the chosen people. Read about how we had universities in Africa. Read about how we all look good. And when I mean all look good, everybody's draped in gold, baby, in jewels. I'm not lying. I know because I see it. Everybody look good. Everybody got their own. Everybody is of royalty. So a lot of y'all gonna find out that you're peasants, and in every other lifetime, past life, you was nobody. You wasn't important because you're nobody here and you're not important here. So that lets you know that you're, yeah, it's one of those. Switch up the tempo. So that means if the tempo is switching and you didn't switch up your energy, that means you about to get switched up on. Meaning, go give me a switch. That type of energy. You better get your ass whooped. Instead of you switching up tempo, you should have switched it up, because now you better get a switch to that ass. By the best ass whooper. How you think your mom and daddy know how to whoop ass that good? Remember them ass whoopers that you used to get? Yeah, them shits probably slight as fuck compared to what God Almighty do. Ass whoopings. I'm telling you, best ass whooper. That's why I feel like I don't think I'm going to have to whoop my kids, because I sit back and I see how God Almighty be whooping ass, and I'm like, nope, I ain't going to have to whoop no ass. Once you see how God Almighty whoop ass, I'm telling you, when you see how God Almighty whoop ass, you would definitely watch the company that you keep, because you don't want to get hit with a stray. I'm telling you, you out there living your life. You making money. You got the love of your life. Your kids is doing this, that, to the third. You doing it big. Then all of a sudden, you just, what the fuck going on? I'm out here, I'm giving back. I'm not into this and that. What the fuck going on? And you don't know because you're not spiritually inclined. God Almighty kept placing it upon your spirit, man. Leave Elroy alone. Leave Elroy alone. But you wanted to hang on to Elroy. That's why. And you don't think that God Almighty will start stripping shit from you? Duh. God Almighty will. Because that person no longer serve you. That person can't go where the fuck you going. And God Almighty is showing you, if you continue to fuck with this person, this is how you going, this is where your negative energy come from. This is where you decline from. So you need to get this person access motherfucking denied. That's why you tell people to keep their negative energy to their fucking selves. You over here high and mighty or at peace. Somebody come around there and you wondering why you all mad or anything. It's because you got that motherfucker around. I pay attention, damn it. I pay the fuck attention. I pointed out for you. Nigga, you were just fucking happy. Soon as that bitch called you. Bitch, you were just happy. Soon as that nigga called you. I pointed out. I do not. If you don't want to take that step back, bitch, I'll push your ass back. You ain't got to take a step back. And no, I'm not taking away your free choice of will. I'm showing you something. You don't want to step back? Boom, I got you. Hey, you were just cool. Did you take heed of that? That when that person call you or fuck with you, that you be in a negative energy? You need to leave that motherfucker alone. That person bad news, they bad for business, and they bad for your health. You see, they just bad. Let it go. And then you gonna end up being bad. When somebody show you who the fuck they are, don't turn into motherfucking Pablo Picasso, okay? You're not a painter. I don't give a fuck if you really is an artist and you can paint. You still not Pablo Picasso. You whatever the fuck your mama named you. So you paint canvases. You don't repaint people. And this is what y'all like to do. Oh, I love her. I love him so much that you be like, nah, this ain't nah. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, you can be Chris Brown. Hell nah. Girl, that's Chris Brown. Bitch, you can have him. But he not like that, y'all. I just had to use him as an example because everybody know who he is. I just can't believe that nigga Quavo. Yeah, I know I'm going left field, but as Archangel Michael be talking to me, and sometimes the conversation that he say, it make me say it from out my mouth. Like, I just can't believe Quavo is the same nigga who tried to diss Offset for fucking with Sweetie. Because I didn't know that he called Chris Brown tender. I thought it was just saying it. He the nigga who said it. He called Chris Brown tender. You broke up with Offset because you thought he fucked Sweetie. That's some tender shit. Because that's somebody that's your blood. That's more tender than what Chris Brown. Like, you really beat that meat on that. You put some meat tenderizer on that bitch. Like, this what you did. You got that meat. You ain't clean it because you're a dirty nigga. You took it right out the pack. You got that meat. You ain't even put no seasoning on it. All you did was get that meat. Well, you did put some tenderizer on it. Some meat tenderizer. But they ain't really flavorful. And for people who cook and say it is, fuck you. You need to turn in your goddamn chops and knives. You need to turn in your fucking spoons and forks, your plates, your top hat, your apron, whatever the fuck. Your pots and pans, even if I said that. Turn that shit in. Your kitchen mittens, turn that shit in. Meat tenderizer is only there to tenderize the meat. One thing about me is I got good fucking taste buds. Trust me. It might give it some little something. I'm not saying it don't give it nothing, but it's not flavorful. That shit tenderizes the meat, bitch. So you put that shit on there and you start punching it. That's how tender you is. I don't fuck with Quavo. I'm lying, y'all. A bitch be on that goddamn Jose Quavo when a bitch gonna drink. That's the only Quavo I fuck with. It come in a bottle, bitch. Not your ass. But anywho, y'all, I had to be funny. Entertainment. That's some tender shit right there. How you supposed to be kin with these niggas or grow up with these niggas? I mean, with this nigga. That's tender as fuck. You should never let the word tender come out your mouth. You tender than a bitch. You tender than some meat that's been tenderized. And I'm telling you, you tender. You tender than grandma meat. Big mama meat. Y'all know Big Mama meat. When she put that shit on slow cook, that shit come out, that shit fall off the bone, bitch. You can't even pick it up. Everything fall apart. Tender than a bitch, ain't it? That's Quavo. Tender as hell. And then you got the nerve to put motherfucking take out. Oh, that's why. That nigga said, mama. Bruh, quit doing that. Let me tell you something. For those of you that's thinking I'm capping, and I think I need to get my cards because I feel like people gonna think that I'm capping. What the fuck is my cards? Oh, they say they in here. So I can show y'all. I don't need no cards. Don't you ever, the people talking about this his nephew. His nephew don't give a fuck about him. He sacrificed his nephew. It's guaranteed that he sacrificed his fucking nephew. Guaranteed, bitch. Because right after Takeoff died, who was he singing with? P. Diddy. If I'm lying, go look at the tapes. Go look at the tapes. I even said it. I said, that nigga Quavo, bitch, you was with P. Diddy. Fuck you. After a sacrifice, who sent the hits? Clive Davis. Who was an extension of Clive Davis? P. Diddy. Who the fuck was around Quavo? I mean, who the fuck was around P. Diddy? Quavo. I said some shit was Houston, Texas. Everything. It went from, they moved from state to state. It was New York, then it went to Atlanta. Y'all know California is where the weird shit at, but I'm just saying. Then it went to Houston. You feel me? It was Vegas at one point. I'm just naming them. I ain't saying this is the particular order. But you see certain states, they don't be hot, and then they become hot. And don't nobody say Atlanta always been popping. No, it wasn't. Don't do that. Do not fucking do that. I'm not saying that y'all were lame or nothing. I'm just saying the way that it is, don't do that. I'm 35 years old, and we travel. We travel. Like, come on. They'll big up a certain state. I'm not saying Houston, Texas wasn't popping like y'all lame, but y'all wasn't popping until certain shit. I'm not saying when the takeoff and all that. I'm talking about, no, they highlight certain states. And when they start highlighting them, I know which state next they about to land at, basically. So, with Takeoff, you put him on that disc record. Why would you bring him in to try to pull that nigga energy? I'm telling y'all, all this shit is rituals. And I'm telling you, all this shit is fucking rituals. Quavo worked for the wrong side. A lot of y'all think that the industry put this as a distraction. Chris Brown is really, I don't know. Y'all think Chris Brown is playing. I don't get that energy. Like, I'm really getting divine masculine energy. I don't know what the fuck y'all getting. I'm getting DM. I'm getting certified with CDM. I'm getting certified divine masculine energy. I'm telling you. I don't know what what the fuck y'all think. But I'm getting no. It's the bitch at the end of that fucking song that really fucked with my sacred chakra. I felt that. I keep telling y'all, like, it's deeper than that Karuche shit. She's just the person who it was evolved around. Nigga came, that nigga, y'all know, like, Quavo a bitch nigga. Like, he try to, like, he do shady shit, and then his karma come back around, and then he want to, like, offset. Like, that bitch Karuche, like, I'm not going to say he fucked Chris Brown. I mean, he fucked her in Chris Brown's house. I don't know, but I know that nigga, he did some shady ass shit. I'm telling you, Quavo was shady. He got Seven of Swords energy. Because y'all watch Tarot, so you should know what that is. Sneaky and like a knob and shit. He caught that girl at a vulnerable, or I don't know, or maybe they was already planning it, because they plants. Who knows? Because I ain't going to take nothing. I'm not going to put no divinity energy on her and say she was vulnerable and he took advantage of her. No, she a plant too. Made it seem like done came in that man house or some shit like that or something, because it was something to do with not sports, but it's something like that. Somewhere they had common grounds. Could have been anything. Could have been gaming. I don't know. Because it's giving me like Drake with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. ASAP Rocky and Drake was cool. It's like the fake elite repeats certain patterns that they do within people, but it be different people. Like Rihanna has a kid and she go with motherfucking, I mean, she's might be married to ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky used to chill with Drake. A lot of y'all didn't know that, but you seen the videos and shit. Same thing with Chris Brown, except it's different. Quavo, I don't know, he pushed up on Karuche. Or maybe they just did that anyway to piss him off. Like, these people, the industry done tried to basically blackball Chris Brown. Like, remove him, and he won't give up. That's divine masculine energy. No matter how many times they say, hey, we gonna take this from you, or you ain't gonna be able to do this and do that, that nigga still keep going. That nigga still drop songs. That nigga still make music. That nigga still pay people. That nigga still fund his shit. I'm telling you, he do not stop. That's divine masculine energy. Y'all need to stop putting that energy and trying to put it on him. Doing that is gonna get your ass fucked up. That's God energy. Divine masculine. Y'all keep calling him a cokehead. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to find yourself smoking weed, and it's going to be a boo fire. I'm telling you, do not, whatever you speak on a god or a goddess, that's the energy that's going to be returned back to you. So you better be speaking highly of them. And you can't fake highly because the energy, that means you must embody it. So let's say somebody been doing some wicked shit and they think that they going to be, oh no, this person good. They don't embody the energy. So now they doing worse of shit. Energy manipulation to try to cover up. Energy manipulation. Shame, shame. Double shame. It's what the fuck they gonna get your ass. But with that shit right there, take off not with that shit. Everything that they did with that shit involving Takeoff is gonna be fucking exposed. What's that nigga name? Jay Prince? Whatever the fuck, he ain't no goddamn Prince. Jay Peasant. When I say Jay Peasant, that's who the fuck I'm talking about. Jay Peasant. Y'all some wicked ass motherfuckers. And y'all know y'all wicked. Y'all know that shady shit that y'all been doing. Sacrificing people. You sacrificed that man. And every time you tell motherfuckers that you did, it's gonna come to the light that you did. That nigga gonna say he still want the motherfucker who did that. No, the fuck you don't. It's niggas like Drake that played on the grass that go by the name of Aubrey that be putting hits on people. So you mean tell me your money ain't that long? Yeah, you damn sure don't need to be responding back to Chris Brown then. The fuck? Oh, you think Drake got more money than Breezy? See, a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't. Like, I'm telling you. Y'all, that nigga is loaded. Y'all do not know. Chris Brown is like that nigga is loaded. That nigga is loaded. You're not about to tell me that nigga ain't loaded. That nigga is loaded, okay? If that nigga wanted to go out and buy all his kids houses and all this shit, land and all that, it's not gonna hurt his pockets. It's not gonna hurt him at all. That's why they mad. When they thought they was gonna stop that man money, and that nigga said, oh, $1,000 per picture. Who the fuck wasn't paying it? So imagine if this nigga does a certain amount that's what I'm telling you, like, come on. Come on, son, 100K a night, bruh. And that's just off of taking pictures alone. Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. That's 6 figures. He just made 6 figures. And you gotta work every day. Or a certain amount of time out the week. This nigga did this in one day. That don't include the tour ticket sales, none of that. That's just off the pictures. That's off the pictures. You had to pay a rat. Yeah. Some bitches probably pay 2 bands, 3 bands, 4 bands because they want a live picture. That's how motherfuckers is over some goddamn Chris Brown. Then for you to call him a crackhead Michael Jackson, I'm going to tell you something. Whether he say something about it, Offset didn't like that. Offset didn't like that. When I heard that, I'm going to sit there. The first thing I saw was I took the snake. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it was that where he was doing the choreography. I'm telling you, why would they show me that? Because he didn't like that. I'm going to tell you something. Offset fuck with Michael Jackson. If you want to take a stab at fucking Chris Brown, cool beans, but don't you put or add Michael Jackson in shit. And I'm going to tell you something. Who's bad is going to see your ass. I'm telling you. And that's no cap. Because I kept saying, do. They were playing the beat. I'm like, what? I took this out the snake. I'm telling y'all. I'm saying I ain't feel that boy. And I know y'all like people talking about Chris Brown. You went, that nigga's a Michael Jackson fan. And Chris Brown is a Michael Jackson fan. See, they got common ground. Y'all think Quavo and him got common ground? No, they in a group. That's not common ground. Anybody that fuck with Michael Jackson, damn sure ain't gonna put no shit like that. Not to take a stab at somebody. You saw the last nigga that did that. Mike bought that whole nigga shit. Anytime he got paid, played music, he got paid. So don't tell me. Michael silent killer. Let me buy your shit then. Chris Brown is loaded. That's why they go after him. Blackball. Drizzy out here dropping another diss record. That is not Kanye West going up against fucking Drizzy. That is a fucking AI. I don't give a fuck if Drizzy respond back. That is a fucking AI. That is not the real Kanye. I know Kanye that throw your hands up in the sky. I'm telling you. Homie, tell me what's good. Why I only got a problem while you in the hood? Welcome to the good life. The only thing he wish is that a nigga would. I'm telling you, it's an energy. That's not Kanye West. I'm telling you, it's not him. Oh, when you get up, it all falls down. I'm telling you, oh, they always play. I'm telling you, Southside, we gonna set the party. I'm telling you, when it comes to Kanye West, it's a certain energy. It should be repetitive. That's not Kanye West. He did not diss no motherfucking Drizzy. Drizzy is going, I don't know, Drizzy, when I seeing him with Sexy Red, it throws me off. You feel me? But when he go up against the certain people that he going up against, and then the K-Dot threw me off. But I saw what K-Dot, he had to pay up. Like he had to. See, J. Cole already knew what the fuck was going on. See, how about people paid attention to J. Cole? J. Cole didn't want to be in this shit, this energy. I'm telling y'all better pay attention. They doing rituals on y'all asses. I'm not talking about Chris Brown is. Chris Brown ain't doing no fucking rituals. Chris Brown don't gotta do rituals to sell out. Chris Brown don't gotta do none of that shit. Chris Brown don't gotta be, Chris Brown can be Chris Brown, and Chris Brown gonna be Chris Brown. Meaning, just by Chris Brown being Chris Brown, he gonna win. He tell you, I don't give a fuck about the main media or the stream, whatever the fuck he say. I'm telling you, that's a different type of energy. That boy standing on business. And I ain't talking about Drewski way. That's why I put him and 50 Cent in the same category. Same category. You're not going to move them unless they want to move. When you own you and you control you, they'll do any and everything to try to damage you. That's why they push that narrative. So that's how they blackballed him. Because he wouldn't do what they wanted him to do. So them motherfuckers said, we're going to ruin your fucking career, little nigga. That nigga Breezy from VA, that nigga said, yeah, fucking right. Them niggas said, you beat fucking Rihanna. Everybody was on that shit. That nigga probably got scared and was like, damn. These niggas, he was like, well, I'm just going. I wouldn't have never even fucking pleaded to that shit. I would have said, they lied. They lying like a motherfucker. I ain't beat her ass. They lying. And a nigga like me keep receipts, so I would have had proof of that night on a low-ski and wouldn't have told her so until it was my 15 minutes of fame. Look here. And everybody got screenshot, record all that shit. Somebody would have made a tape to keep one. Even if they would have tried to block it all over the internet. Somebody would have got it. Somebody would have got it. That nigga did not whoop her ass at all, y'all. It's humiliation rituals to control, to let him know, hey, motherfucker, if you ever get out of line or do something, we can end you. That's what they telling these people. And here Chris Brown really is a victim. Some of them do go to cocaine or pills and shit, right? When being a victim. But then they sober the fuck up. That's why he said you need to quit talking about drug niggas. You the only pet that he's smoking on. Your last album was trash. Just some shit they break weed up on. Don't fucking play with Breezy, bitch. They'll never make me hate you, Breezy. And that's coming from one of my ancestors, too. You felt that shit? I felt it. We all felt it. You got life fucked up. If you one of them people who always say, oh, he beat Rihanna, you a person that's stuck in 2008 or whenever they supposed to say he whooped her ass, for one. That's what your spirit is. And you can't see that. And then for two, you speaking on the God. You gonna get your ass whooped. Somebody might beat your daughter ass. Pay attention. And then when stuff like that happen to you, you don't be spiritually inclined to know that, hey, the reason why your daughter or you or somebody getting their ass whooped or is in domestic violence is because you believe and you keep trying to push the narrative that Chris Brown beat up Rihanna. He did not beat that bitch, and Rihanna know it. He did not beat that bitch. He didn't put his hands on that bitch. He did not touch her. It's make-believe. It's an illusion to keep control. So if you ever think that you're going to get out of line, you slave, we're going to buck break your ass again. We dictate whether or not you're going to sell out or don't. We control the newspapers, the media. We control the narrative. But if you vibrate high, they don't control shit. Not your narrative. Because you see through the illusion. A nigga like me, they don't control my narrative. I knew he ain't beat the bitch. How the fuck a nigga like that be in a Lambo is able to move like that? Y'all keep thinking Chris Brown is a little ass nigga. You saw how big he was sitting beside Quavo. Made Quavo look like a mini, I don't know. He made him look small as fuck. Go back and look at that picture when Chris Brown got on that brown. Looking like I just don't know. He just looked like he smells good as fuck. Everybody be obsessing over what Rihanna wearing. Fuck that hoe. It's just certain people, like, I be wanting to know, like, what Lorenz taste smell like. You feel me? Chris Brown, 50 Cent. Like, it's just certain niggas, even Fabulous. I just be wanting to know, like, Fabulous look like he keep that good shit on. I don't give a fuck. Like, he been fucking up with his dress game, but when it come to that cologne, I don't know. It's just something about it. He look like he just smell good as fuck. Like, they be putting on that good cologne. I don't know. Like, a man with some goddamn cologne. A nigga that put that shit on, that cologne on. See, y'all talking about them clothes. That goddamn cologne, baby, get a bitch attention. Where you going? Even ugly niggas, baby. I don't give a fuck. It be ugly niggas. I don't give a fuck. Real is real. I be like, God damn, you smell good. You smell good as fuck. Oh, let me get your number. You don't smell that good. You tried it. But anywho, I just had to put that out there. Y'all see how we done went motherfucking left. But I don't give a fuck. It's still right, though. You feel me? It's still right. Y'all better not leave Chris Brown alone. And I know y'all like, oh, you biased as fuck. No, the fuck I'm not. If a nigga put his hands on a motherfucking female for real, fuck that nigga. You feel me? But if a bitch out here putting her hands on a nigga and think a nigga ain't gonna defend himself, now that's where I draw the line. And I know y'all like, ooh, I'm a female. If you want to be equality, bitch, and you hit a nigga, you got every right. It's equal. You want to fight for your rights? Now fight for your life. I mean, I'm not. I know people about to be mad. Truth like random, give a fuck who fall on. Women who don't do shit and men beat them, that's domestic violence, okay? Women who ain't did shit and they dealing with a nigga who's a punk pussy, that's domestic violence. Let me explain that to y'all cause let me say that. When a bitch is pushing a nigga buttons, that's an antagonist. Or whatever word you want to say. A button pusher, she is antagonizing that nigga to whoop her ass. That is not domestic violence. I don't give a fuck what you say. You're not about to tell me. I know what DV is. DV is when a woman is cooking and the nigga said, bitch, I want this type, and start whooping her ass. That's domestic violence. But when a bitch go up to a nigga and put her finger in his face, slap him on his head, or wait till he sleep and do stupid shit, hey, bitch, you poke the bear. Go in the cave while a bear, go poke a bear. I don't think you're going to be able to come back and tell me some shit. I'm going to say, go poke the bear and tell me what happened. I read about you. See you on the, I read about you. I won't see you on the news. I don't watch the news. But I read about you. That is not domestic violence. So when I'm speaking for me, and this is how I'm able to break shit down. So when I laugh at certain shit, I'm not laughing at domestic violence, baby. Domestic violence, I'm high vibe. I really know what domestic violence is. There's people who are getting beat for no apparent reason. When you're antagonizing somebody or pushing somebody or doing something for them to whoop your ass, you deserve that, baby. You called that in and you attracted that ass whooping. That's called law of attraction. You antagonizer, and I see through you, bitch, because you're transparent. Meanwhile, Sarah over here and this nigga really putting his hands on her. It's giving me K. Michelle and Memphis Hits type energy. That's domestic violence. And then meanwhile, you will have outsiders who view K. Michelle, oh, we can tell she jamming da like she deserve it. Meanwhile, this is a nigga that she loves, so she's a totally different K. Michelle. She allowed it because of the love that she has. That's why you don't speak on shit. Just because you see her loud and ghetto with certain people, that don't mean she loud and ghetto with him. You could tell she wasn't. She stayed with the nigga for a while, so that means she was submissive. She had no choice. She feared him. She was scared. That's not a person who be loud and ghetto. So this is why you don't speak on energy that you know nothing about. But when you hear me laughing, I'm not laughing at real domestic violence victims. That bitch, Rihanna, let's say he did put his hands on her. He didn't beat her, probably punched her. Cause bitches, and then they got this, I'm not saying the island girls are like that, but they got this certain type of energy that comes on them where they gotta put their hands on people. Oh, why y'all go and do that? You know, it's like, I don't know, it's just something. I'm not saying all of them, but if it's 100%, it's a good 80. Look, it's 804, 84%. I said 80. Golly, and I looked at the clock. I changed the microphone. It's 84% of them got that energy. Where they gotta put their finger in your face, man, when they talk to y'all. Where they gotta touch you, I don't know. Not saying every last one of them is 20% left. But that's an antagonist. That's a woman. No, that's a little girl who antagonized a man to defend himself. Let's call it like the fuck we see it. It don't matter if he male or female. If somebody is putting their hands on you, you must defend yourself. Had she not put her hands on him, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have put his hands on her. So how do they continue with the blackball? They control the media and the news. So let's paint pictures and do false 50 B's on him, because Chris Brown is the person who don't give a fuck. He's not going to go to the extreme to prove to y'all that he didn't do this or he didn't do that. He don't give a fuck. So that's why it looked like that. But after that, why do you think they always try to stick with violence with him? They try to paint him out to be violent. So they said that he jumped Usher. Then you heard Quavo little bitch ass try to say that he really wanted to fight Tiana Taylor. And y'all motherfuckers believe it because of the old thing that happened with Rihanna in 2009 or 08. That was fake. Then they got a picture of him with his hands around a girl's neck, Chris Brown. The way that they took that picture, a picture say 1,000 words. The only reason why you got that one word is woman beater or 2 words, whatever you want to say, is because of what Rihanna them said. But had he not put his hands on Rihanna, every bitch would have been like, ooh, I want him to choke me too. The fuck you mean? He's not choking that girl in the sense where he's taking her breath away. It's the way that they set that goddamn picture up. Remember, a picture can have 1,000 words. Choose which words you pick. And if you picking from the negative category, it says a lot about you. Out of 1,000 words, you picking the negative ones. Remember, they set shit up. The media only show you the negative, the bad shit. It's people out here, little kids that's 9 and 8 years old that's in fucking college. They not broadcasting that shit, but they broadcasting Sexy Red doing this, like dumb shit. That's what I'm telling you. Pay the fuck attention. What's the narrative to blackball Chris Brown? The energy is to make him out to be violent. And they'll run with it. Whitney Houston, she's a drug addict. Amy Winehouse, she's a drug addict. Everybody gets their shit. They try to call MJ a pedophile. Everybody gets something that they stick with to blackball these people. And these are the ones that do not do what they want them to do. Tupac, Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix. Just to go from different genres, different eras. Like, I'm telling y'all some real ass shit. They've been doing this shit for a long time. And they only do it against the ones that they can't control. They go after the ones like Chris Brown got his fucking masters. Why do you think they try to pop Tory Lanez? Because he got his fucking masters. Once you start talking about owning your shit or owning your rights, that's a fucking problem. Where we come from, that's not a problem. It's a problem to the fake elite. Because they want to control you. These are talentless motherfuckers. How do you let a no-talent motherfucker control your talent? That's why I say mental patience. Everybody in the motherfucking world, if you come to my channel, you gonna wake the fuck up. You ain't got no choice. Because you don't want to be a fucking mental patient. How you let a talentless motherfucker control your talent? You fake ass celebrities. Is it Clicking Stevens and Stephanie's? What the fuck? Y'all are letting talentless motherfuckers control your talent. If that don't make you feel like you a dumb motherfucker, then I don't know what to tell you. You're dumb. Hey, I don't got no talent, but I'm going to try to tell you what to do with your talent. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck on from around me, where the fuck they do that at? Dumb Street? You better get the fuck ancestors. I'm not going to hesitate to put my divine forces on your stupid ass. Because something really wrong with you. To think you going to control my talent. Bitch, you can't hum, skip, jump, none of that. Bitch, you barely put season on chicken. And you think I'm about to let you? What the fuck? Nigga, back up. You barely washing your ass the way you need to wash your ass. You out here planning negativity. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. The fucking audacity to think a talentless motherfucker. Y'all listen, this gonna make y'all not want to watch these celebrities. That's why I'm telling you, it's going to Afro beats. You ain't gonna want to watch rap. The shit about to disappear too. Remember when I said the tarot community getting gone? They getting gone. Rap getting gone. Yeah, all this shit going back to the original. Because y'all didn't want to motherfucker do right. But I don't give a fuck because new shit that coming. And now for those of you that was talking shit about that Andre 3000 album, oh, it's going to be a lot of those coming out. They said you petty. Yeah. Everybody's shifting to what God Almighty wants them to shift to. But Satan people, dumbasses, letting talentless motherfuckers, all you goddamn celebrities that done sold your soul, I don't give a fuck if you pushing anything that they want you to push. You letting talentless motherfuckers control your talent. You know you stupid. Y'all stupid as fuck. I'ma keep saying that. You letting HVBs, I know y'all hear me. They letting talentless motherfuckers. Talentless. A motherfucker that can't skip, hum, jump, none of that. Clap on beat. Don't put season on meat. Don't even watch that bitch. They take it right out the pack and start cooking. And then they tell you some dumbass shit. Oh, when you cook it, it kills the germs. Let me tell you what God Almighty showed me. When you take that meat from out that pack and you don't wash that shit off, you are a cannibal. You are a motherfucker that eat humans, damn it. You are a carnivore. Hannibal Lecter. Even the people who went out there and hunted their own food, they washed their shit off. They did not cut that meat and put it in the pan. They took that shit to the river, bitch. Down there by the river, down by the lake. Ho. Down by the lake. There where the fuck they took that meat at. The part where the water was see-through. So that means you can see the rocks and shit. And wash that goddamn meat off. You ain't washing your motherfucking meat off and you want me to listen. You want to control my talent, bitch. Learn how to season meat, bitch. Learn how to skip. Learn how to clap on beat. Learn how to rap on beat. Bitch. Let me see you do something. Let me see you do something. What can you do? Oh, I got money. Next. cancel that bitch. What can you do? Oh, well, I can fund. You can't fund shit over here. You talentless. Why would I let a talentless motherfucker in my group of talent? You're going to be the one that drilled a hole in the boat. You going to be the one that, if that opportunity is given, you going to go for it. Because you the loser. You going to be the snake. I think different. And I apologize, psych. I wish the fuck I would. You got a talentless motherfucker. Why would you make that motherfucker the manager? You know they gonna be doing shady deals and stealing from you. Sound like P. Diddy, don't it? Sound like P. Diddy, don't it? Dumbasses, y'all not that smart. Common ground will help you. Bitch, you talentless, I got talent. We ain't got nothing in common. But you like blue, and my favorite color blue. No, it ain't, bitch. I like light blue. That's a different type of blue. Bye. Let me blue past your ass, because you got me fucked up. Pay attention. I'm going to accelerate your mind. I'm going to always make you view and look at shit from an angle that you never looked at it from, because you're biased as fuck. I can see it from why they doing shit the right way, the wrong way, and then I decipher. I don't just look at it the right way. So if somebody think they gonna have a counteract or something, boop, 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 bitch, I'm coming right back at you. Counterpunch. Fuck. To have a talentless motherfucker, when I'm winning, they gonna be over there hating. Oh, that should have been me. You don't know that. That's why you gotta feel the energy. Oh, well, can you buy me this and that? They feel entitled to your shit. Nah, nigga. If Sarah over here got talent, Sarah bringing the same shit I'm bringing. I ain't got to worry about them telling Sarah, hey, we're going to give you this money right here if you connive them. See, Sarah going to be based off integrity and morals. That's why you go for people that pick common grounds. So Sarah's like me. You can't pay her. She don't give a fuck. She going to put in that work like Chris Brown is doing. But a motherfucker that's talentless, they ain't got no talent. Oh, we gonna give you 50 mil. Oh, bro, when you want me to set it up, I can do it right now. That's how they coming? Oh, no, I'm not. You will never be in my clique, bitch. You the weakest link like Quavo. You feel me? Oh, hell no. A lot of y'all like, damn, I ain't never thought no shit like that. Yeah, you make them bitches your manager. You think I'm gonna let a talentless motherfucker have control over me? You think I'm gonna let a talentless motherfucker like you have control over me? Bitch, you, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you crazy than a motherfucker. You a mental patient for real. I'm a different breed. I'm a different fucking breed, baby. What can I do with you? I can't do nothing with you. I'm setting myself up for failure if I put you in anything that I hold near and dear to my heart. You staying the fuck away from anything that's near and dear to my heart. And if you got to stay the fuck away from anything that's near and dear to my heart, that means you're not going to be around me at all, baby. I'm a different breed. I ain't about to play with none of y'all. I'm not about to play with none of y'all. You not about to think you know. I'm not about to put you in no fucking position to where you think you got one up on me, where you gonna snake me or do some underhanded shit. You got me fucked up. I will underhand my backhand to your motherfucking face before you think you gonna let that plan step or play the fuck out. You gonna get played trying to play me. I'm telling you. Oh, well, we gonna die, bitch. Soon as I feel the energy of control, I'm up out of there. I'm telling you I'm up out of there. And it be people who have it heavy. And I be like, oh, this motherfucker want to control me. And them be the ones that I fuck with. And you want to know why I fuck with them? Because I like to nitpick with their energy and show them, bitch, you thought, because they be having, ooh, I'm going to get her. She thinks she this. Or I'm going to have one up on her. I'm going to stump her. Or I'm going to do this. Them be the ones that I motherfucking, what's the word I used earlier? Antagonize. Show them, hey, bitch. Yeah, you set out for me, huh? You thought your plan was going to go as planned, didn't you? Peekaboo. I'm the pictures, got a big butt. That's what I mean by antagonize them. Hey, you throw like a bitch. That's what I mean by that. And when them motherfuckers try to attack me, you won't hear me cry for help. Because I know how to handle them. I don't antagonize and then play victim. I antagonize and beat the shit out your motherfucking ass. Period. I don't antagonize and then go hide my hand or cry about it. No, I'm antagonizing your ass because I want you to do something I wish a motherfucker would. So now I can show you. Big stepper. Make a believer out your ass. But back to them raggedy ass celebrities. Y'all letting talentless motherfucker control your talent. I really want y'all to know your mental patience. I'm putting that energy out there. You know I embody real energy, right? You gonna feel this. Some of y'all ain't never seen it. Some of y'all way older than me and you ain't never looked at it like that. And that shit gonna resonate so hard on your motherfucking spirit that you gonna hear it day and night. Hey, the lonely something, the lonely loner, you that friends mine at night. That's what something day and night. That's what the energy is. Telling you, you're not about to play with me. HVBs and divine beings don't ever be like these simple-minded motherfuckers. Mental patient. Because that shit really hit hard, don't it? To let a talentless motherfucker control your talent. You got to be more careful. You got to be real. They said, Brittany, you, what? That's why I'm telling you. That's why they didn't want me in there. Because they know. Oh, we know she like weed. You can't get me with no motherfucking weed, bitch. They don't know what the fuck I like. The shit that I like don't move me. It's the shit that I love. And guess what I love? God Almighty Himself. They can't tell me, oh, we got an HVB over here. You ain't got no goddamn HVB. You got a fraud. Well, we got such and such over here. Okay. You can record me and put it on. I don't give a fuck. God Almighty gonna protect what belongs to God Almighty. You're not about to get me with that. Oh, we seen her over here. No, the fuck you didn't. Oh, she engages in. No, the fuck I don't. Oh, nope. I don't do nothing negative. I don't do nothing negative. Nothing negative. People will tell you everybody do something negative. No, the fuck I don't. I don't do nothing negative. I don't have it in my mind, body, soul, and spirit to just be negative. And what I mean by that is, I don't rise and be evil to people. I don't bother nobody. When somebody come to me, I'm a transmuter, so I'm going to get your ass right. But that's still not me being negative. That's me being, that's what you do. You protect your energy and you guard it. Because when you let people do you like that, you take on their energy and then you walk around with it. No, I send that shit right back to their ass. Thought you had a friend. Skirt. Now you gonna ride off with that energy that you thought you was gonna deposit over here. Not in my bank, bitch. My energy is my currency. My body is my motherfucking bank. So if you think for a second that you gonna come over here with this fraudulent ass check and cash it, bitch, you got me fucked up. You done wrote a check that your ass can't cash. So now let me give you a fucking reality check real quick. And show you that your energy, which is your currency, you're bankrupt. You ain't got no funds. And when you walk into a bank like this and don't got no funds, we push this button and everything get locked down. Yeah. So think about that. Next time you want to play with somebody. Because everybody don't play like you play. HVBs and divine beings. Don't ever let nobody, if anybody trying to control you, that's a motherfucker you don't need. I don't give a fuck what they provide, and this is why you don't be codependent on nobody but God Almighty. Now do you see how they can tempt you, control you, easily manipulate you by things that are not of a God Almighty? That means they are things of the flesh. That's why God Almighty gave you a spirit for you to interact with God Almighty and gave you a flesh. When you choose your flesh, that means you chose the devil. When you choose your spirit, that means you chose God Almighty. You're not about to tell me how to do my job. You're not about to tell me how to describe it. I'm very good. When you choose your spirit, you choose God Almighty. When you choose your flesh, you choose the devil. So if your flesh is going for materials, that's who you chose. Look at the celebrities. They chose material, fortune, and fame. But you don't see the misery and sadness that they have to do. They lose their morale, their dignity. They lose everything. They don't have control over nothing. Nothing. If they call them right now and say, drop on the floor and give me 50 push-ups, and I need you as a man, I need you to do it in a thong from your account. What the fuck you think they gonna do? They made Tank get online and say he sucked dick. Or that was a clone. And I'm only saying either or. I know which one. Look, they said either or. And said he sucked dick. Humiliation ritual. That's a contract. Meaning, hey, we're going to allow you to do these things, but whenever we tell you, we need you to jump like a frog. When we say jump, you say, ha ha, motherfucker. Not no, I don't want to jump. And if you say, I don't want to jump no more, then it's on. You got to become that warrior that God Almighty created you to be. You got to be ready to go for battle. That's why you heard Chris Brown said, Mama, pray for me so I don't fold. Walking 10 toes. When he said he be paranoid, it's because of the energy. Y'all thinking about drugs. These are motherfuckers that try to take you out or do whatever the fuck it is. Anxiety. Don't let the pressure get to your head. You know we play for keeps. He welcome all the smoke, 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 ski. That's when you become a man. And you stand up for what is righteous. Because you yourself are righteous within. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Come again. Come again. Yeah, yeah, come again. Yeah, yeah. Watch out, watch out. Y'all better watch the fuck out. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? That's why you never win. Lauryn Hill. And no, I'm not talking about Hill. I'm talking about Lauryn, Heal. Lauryn Hill, baby. That's what I called her. That's what I'm going to forever call her. I don't call her Hill. I call her Heal. Lauryn Hill, baby. Healing energy. And that's crazy because Chris Brown saying healing energy. And then she sing the one, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? Come again. Only thing that can do that is healing energy. This nigga know, y'all not listening. Y'all not catching the vibrations and the frequencies. You're not catching the rhythm. Like, and what I mean by rhythm is you can even see the energy in the nigga dance moves and shit. Like, it's just something about it. It's just high vibe. He the one who brought the African shit over here. I'm not saying he invented African music, but he made it more trendy. And that's why more African artists are coming out and being popular over here. You know they big over there in their country. You know they big, they people up. That's what I'm saying, telling y'all. That shit about to take over. Everybody about to switch over to African music. Except for the ones who not in that bullshit. I mean the ones that's in that bullshit. That's what I'm telling y'all. Pay attention. I don't have no reason to lie. Lying is for losers and suckers. I'm about to speak on this man energy and be capping. That nigga like the Lauderdale Saint. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. He like a person that's like me that don't bother nobody. He mind his fucking business. If you need help, he will give you the shirt off his back. He's goofy. He like to have fun. His turn up is different. And what I mean by his turn up is when y'all see Chris Brown in the club, he be around certain people. Like, but I'm talking about like he sticks to the same type of people. I ain't gonna say no new friends because he meet new people and they become friends, but it's just, I don't know. Like, he just around his family. Some of them gotta go though. Cause the more he ascend, the more he see that they ain't right within. Come again. But that's the energy that he be in. He not out here committing trouble or doing nothing. A man that's out here that got a girl that did his music, he paid her $1 million and then she got royalty set up in his shit. So for the day till God I might say, hey, come on, she paid. Ain't no demonic nigga doing no dumb shit like that. Cause that would be dumb to them. But Chris Brown is a god. That's regal and royalty. That's strength. That's powerful. That screams alpha. That's what the fuck that screams. That's a man who came in and knew what was right and did what was right. Took leadership. That's a man. You letting society tell you what a man is not. And they try to tell you that Lil Uzi is a man by keeping JT with him. And deteriorating men by saying he beat up a woman. Meanwhile, they back here hitting your favorite rappers, making their ass become clappers. Meanwhile, they over here dipping in ass, fondling with little boys in the grass. Letting all the bitches pass. You better hold on to your nigga. They staring at his ass. Let me stop. They said you petty. Petty than a bitch. They ain't coming. I mean, petty than a bitch. They coming for your nigga. They ain't coming for your bitch. Oh, she got a fat ass. Nah, nigga, I'm talking about the nigga over there. He bent over. What, nigga? You don't say nothing, I'ma kill you. What? I'm telling you, y'all. Y'all better leave Chris Brown alone. I'm gonna beat y'all ass. And I know y'all like, you gonna beat us up. I got the ability to motherfucking astral travel anything in 5D. I will fuck you up. Trust me. Don't think that I'm just saying this. Y'all know by now. If you don't know me by now. I'm not an intimidator. I don't like to intimidate nobody. That's that weak pump pushing shit. There's somebody who feel like they gotta do some extra shit to make somebody be scared of them. Man, sit your punk ass down. Hell nah. I'm really telling you some real shit. I don't gotta go to sleep. I will astral travel in the motherfucking 5D. I will headbutt you in the 5D. It's not gonna hurt me. It's gonna hurt you. And you will wake up in the 3D. And your head will hurt. Your head will motherfucking hurt. You'll be like, damn, why my head hurt? You ever woke up and your body was aching? That's because a divine spirit done came and whooped your ass in the 5D. Remember how you can't explain how you getting bruises and shit on your body? Now, some of them, y'all, them demons might be fucking y'all up if they got, like them lithium demons, they got the ability to touch your ass, depending on what you've been doing. You know, you high vibe, they can't touch you. But, you know, they touching your ass. I'm trying to tell you, low vibe in the motherfucker. But that's what I'm talking about. Who on here? Hey, Beauty. Hey, Issa. Hey, Gorgeous. I do apologize, y'all. They tell me to look up here. Hey, Issa. I already said that. Hey, Taisha. Hey, Miss Noya. Oh, my phone died. Something get out. Namaste, gang gang.